Yeah, also still to come in our Valentine themed gadget roundup, Nikki Dean will take us through what she's bought in. Mark Webber is still with us. How is your cooking? Do you cook?
Not too bad, mate, not too bad. I'm not big on the cleaning up, obviously, that's a bit, but like we're not big on that, are we? But yeah, no. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I enjoy it, yeah.
Do you have a signature dish at all?
No, mate, not really. I do a few pastas.
How important is diet for you in the car? Do you need lots of... What do you need? Lots of calories and carbs before you get in the car?
Obviously, when we're training pretty hard, we need to get the fuel in. But, yeah, I've got a wicked sweet tooth, so I love my chocolate, mate, and ice cream, so this will be all right.
When you're driving, do you have stuff fed into you? Water and do you have any nutrition? What am I looking for?
Nitrogen.
Nitrogen.
No. Nitrogen, right? We have some electrolytes, which basically is some sports drinks, which it's the only time we don't drink Red Bull, actually. So we don't have Red Bull behind the wheel. But, yeah, just a little line, if you like, which is hooked up to a very, very small... Similar to what's in a windscreen wiper motor, actually, very, very light and tiny. You just hit the button on the steering wheel and it'll just give you a little squirt.
I have to point out, because we're on the BBC, that you are sponsored by Red Bull and there are other energy drinks available.
Oh, is that right? Yeah. Well, the original is only one, of course.
Stop it.
Yeah. Stop now. So we're going to make a South American cake. If you've got a sweet tooth, this is perfect. It's called the Tres Leches cake. Three milks. So we've got condensed milk, evaporated milk, and then we're actually using cream rather than milk just to kind of give it an even richer flavour. Then we've got egg yolks and egg whites. The whites are pretty much whipped already. Yep. Some milk, some vanilla essence, some baking powder, some sugar, and some flour. So first job, Mark, is start whisking away on the egg whites.
Righto. Give you a crank up.
And as you do that, I'll kind of start putting the sugar in. So this is a really light cake. There's no butter in it, so as a result, the sponge is really light and fluffy. You can go a bit faster if you want, mate. Put it down.
There we go.
And we whisk. And in reality, you take your time with it, but obviously what we're going to do is just...
Whilst you're doing that, can I ask
Go for it,
yeah. Need quicker answers here, because I've got so many for you.
Quick.
Scott Greengrass says, what is the maximum speed for your racing cars? How fast do those things go?
Now, probably 340. Quickest I've been is 370k. So, in your country, what is it, 220 mile an hour?
Wow.
Well, years ago, I did like a thing around a racetrack,
not
like
on the
a little
M40,
kind of Formula, like a Formula 4 thing, and I was terrified. I could generally say when it got to a certain speed, I was thinking, I don't know if I like this.
Is there any fear? No, there can't be, can there?
No, I'm in charge, mate. Got the helmet on, strapped in, feel comfortable. Yeah, it's what I know. So
that's brilliant. Yeah. Can I ask this question as well?
Yeah.
Chris Bewitt says, no blown diffuser. New noise cone and Pirelli tyres this season. Do you think the FIA are trying to introduce too many changes every year?
No, they need to keep on top. You know, they need to keep making a few changes because otherwise the teams that haven't been competitive probably don't have a chance of having some new ideas. So subtle changes are good each year. I'm all for that.
Right, OK.
OK, so we've got the egg whites, we've got the sugar. Now we've got the egg yolks going in, so we're making a sort of custardy, meringue ice cream mix, basically. So this keeps it nice and light.
Thickens up quick, but doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, in reality, what you do is you spend a little more time putting the sugar into the egg whites, so it's even more voluminous. The more volume you get, the lighter it's going to be, but that's kind of working. And then, next thing we do, Mark, we add a little bit of vanilla into there.
Mm. You're big on cycling as well, aren't you? Is that something you enjoy?
Yeah, went through a big phase with that. Yeah, I like my mountain biking now. Really love that.
Right.
I mean, road cycling now. I mean, there's been a lot of stuff in the press, hasn't there, about the incidents between cars and bikes, but it's pretty dangerous road cycling. But yeah, I love it. It's a good way to get round. So mountain biking, I enjoy. It's a bit...
I'll make you laugh. I've been training to do this cycle ride from Belgium to London, and for the first, everyone said I'd do this, but the first time I did it, you know what I'm going to say? My cleats. I have my feet.
Oh yeah. Schoolboy era.
I was going up a hill.
I know.
I was going up a hill, and the chain came off, and I started slowing down. I looked down. I thought, well, I've got to do something about that. And then, as I was going down that way, I suddenly realised the foot was bam. Yeah. Really embarrassing. Yes. Apparently, you've got to do that once.
Yeah. Everyone's been there, mate. Everyone's been there. Yeah. Painful as it is.
So what we're doing now, so we've got the egg whites, sugar, egg yolks, then we've got the baking powder and the flour, and we're whistling, and we're keeping it nice and light. And now, Mark, I'm just going to add a bit of milk into there.
Keeping it light. This is a forearm working.
Beautiful, yeah. But how light is that cake?
Wicked.
It's great exercise.
Sally Baker says, what type of food do you eat on race days?
A few colours, so a little bit of veggies, some pasta and some chicken. That's before the race. Breakfast, I don't have a huge appetite race day because obviously there's a bit of nerves, a few butterflies, so appetite and race day's not great.
Is there any... Yeah, do you know that you are, being an Aussie, you obviously know this expression, sledging, you know, where people's sportsmanship. Is there any of that going on in the pits prior to the race? Is there any... Or on the track, is there anything where you can kind of intimidate your...
There might be a little bit of banter on the parade, you know, when we do a parade lap with all the drivers together, but it's pretty tame. But I like a bit of sledging, that's good, bit of banter. That's good.
And what about if someone pulls in front of you, or, you know, Lewis Hamilton last year got in trouble a couple of times for doing that. Afterwards, do you have words if you felt it was dangerous to you?
Yes, of course. Yeah, of course we do. Yeah, we have words. Yeah, and just sort it out. And but you know, we've got convenient memories. You know. So.
Are the big differences in the styles of driver as well? So say the way that you drive as opposed to kind of Lewis or Jason or somebody else that Jensen, that they have just very different styles.
Absolutely. Yeah, there is. Yeah, different ways of going about it in terms of your racing and even, you know, style on the track. So that's what you get from a young age as well, learning different techniques. So, yeah.
John James, we've had this question sent in by so many people, and you've probably been asked this too many times. What happens when you need to go to the toilet when you're driving in a Grand Prix? I think you sort of answered it earlier. You just go, right?
Yeah. I've never been in a Grand Prix car. Sports car racing, when you're doing 3-hour stints. I mean, at that point, you're so well hydrated. It's only water anyway, so, you know...
Is it true? Someone told me before the show that you actually were sick once in your helmet.
Yeah, I have vomited in the car. Yeah, I had food poisoning. Had a dodgy tuna in Japan, and yeah, I was vomiting in the car. So that was tough actually. Yeah.
And you still managed to race though, because that's something, you know. If I'm ever ill, the last thing I can imagine doing is any form of concentration.
The next time, give it a go. Try and be sick, sitting up. I mean, a natural reaction is obviously always to help it along as we cook. But sitting up is tough. Sitting up is tough.
Enjoy your breakfast, everyone.
Yeah, sorry guys. All right.
So now, this comes out, just put loads of holes in this. This is now, like, if you've ever made a lemon drizzle cake, where basically you make the cake and then you pour in a big load of lemon sauce to make it even more juicy. Well, now what we do, now I've mixed together the 3 milks, so we've got the cream, the evaporated milk and the condensed milk. Pour half of that over, and then you let that go cold. So all of this delicious sauce just soaks into the cake, all right? So let it go cold, and we end up with... This is off-fish cake. So it's sticky and it's deliciously sweet. So, you know, you said you've got a sweet tooth, Mark. This is going to be a real boon for that. So it's really so lovely and light. And we just cut some squares of this so we can all have a bit like that. And then we're going to just put a little bit more,
it's pretty
of our sauce. You see how light and springy it is. And again, all of this delicious sauce is soaked in, but we add yet more sauce to it, so it's incredibly sweet. It's a real sort of South American flavour where they have lots and lots of sweetness in many of their desserts. Go for it, dig into that, and I'll plate up a few more for us as well.
Go on, let's get stuck in. Remind us what Mark Dolan's cooking.
Mark, we are cooking a curried beetroot hash cake with smoked mackerel and a poached egg.
I'm a bit worried about my blood sugar, you know? This will be the first meal of the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you get
Dear, dear.
Yeah,
that's very nice.
Yeah,
that's milky.
Sweet,
isn't it? Yeah, it is really sweet. Yeah. It's quite an intense one.
Wow. Yeah, very milky.
I can feel the diabetes kicking in.
Right, in a moment, Wayne's got a romantic cocktail for us, but first, another chance to guess the year that all this lot happened in. Deja Vu.